Welcome to The Secret Diary of a Retreat Leader, the podcast where we lift the lid on what really happens behind the scenes of retreats.
We're Jodie and Claire, retreat leaders, travel lovers, and occasionally crisis managers. Between us, we've hosted retreats all over the world, from the beaches of Mexico and Ibiza to the mountains of Morocco, Finland, and the Peak District.
And whilst we've helped hundreds of women create incredible memories and life-changing experiences, we've also had our fair share of moments where we've looked at each other and thought, well, this wasn't in the brochure.
So, whether you're a retreat leader, you're thinking about becoming one, or you're simply curious about what really goes on behind the scenes, pull up a chair, grab a brew, and join us for the stories we swore we'd never tell.
This is The Secret Diary of a Retreat Leader.
Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of The Secret Diary of a Retreat Leader. And we're taking you to Santorini.
Oh, Santorini! This was like proper on my bucket list there.
Oh, God, yeah. You went to town, full Greek line.
Even though
Yeah.
I had like, the best design ever.
Got like evil eyes on and stuff. Everything she bought was blue and white. Your whole wardrobe coordinated.
Oh, I was so excited about that trip. It was just the best ever.
Yeah. You stayed on, didn't you, for your wedding anniversary?
I did.
Yeah.
It was really nice. But this was the one where we got ghosted by the chef.
Yes, Austin, yeah, we did. And it was another, we say, oh, but, you know, we have only done one big one, but actually this was a big one as well. We took about 22, yeah, to Santorini. It was just Jodie and I hosting this one. And we stayed like right in the middle of the island, didn't we?
I mean, it's a tiny island, all said and done, isn't it? You don't realise quite how little it is till you get there. And I think because our villa was perched right up on the top,
exactly.
Like they were twice as high as the aeroplanes when they came into land.
Yeah, we had like an infinity pool and we could just see the planes coming into land and then the other side was the ocean, wasn't it? And
the sunsets were just epic, weren't they? And this was actually a life-changing event, a life-changing retreat for so many women on this trip, wasn't it? Like this was properly transformational without even trying to be.
Yeah. And then the villa was beautiful, wasn't it? Like it was like kind of a little apartment bits all off that central communal.
Yeah. But the one tricky part of this villa was the kitchen.
Yeah, so when we booked it, we were like, that kitchen doesn't lend itself to catering for so many people. But we were like, well, we're hiring a chef anyway, a local chef who's going to prepare most things on site in an industrial kitchen, commercial kitchen. Most things will be brought. The kitchen's only going to be used for last minute preparation, serving up and stuff. So we were like, do you know what? That's not a problem. It would have been a deal breaker for us, wouldn't it, had we been catering it? But we found this amazing local chef. We sorted out the menus, and it was like, do you know what? I'm really looking forward to not catering this one and eating some gorgeous Greek food. I was like,
I can taste it now.
Salivating thinking about it. And we were all set again. We were going out early, weren't we? We were going out the day before, as we always do, check out the area, get a lay of the land and stuff. So I think we were flying on the Monday, the guests were flying on the Tuesday, and on the Sunday, we were expecting the chef was delivering some food to the villa to go into the fridges and stuff like that to have it in preparation. And the villa had contacted us and said, like, the chef's not been, and, you know, kind of, we're just nipping out, but here's our number, get to contact us, and we'll make sure someone's there to receive the goods. The day went on. No contact. So we're frantically contacting the chef, going like,
hello?
Like, well, hope everything's okay, because at that point you assume something something terrible must have happened, because why would you ghost your booking that are due to arrive and stuff? But cut a very long story short, the chef bailed on us on the Sunday night about 10 p.m. We were flying out early hours, Monday morning, 22 women plus Jodie and I on a fully catered retreat for a week.
So we were like, right, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
We tried to get another chef to replace them.
But no one could do it that last minute.
No, it was the height of season, really. It was the middle of June, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just impossible to get a new chef to replace them.
Yeah, so I think we spent the flight writing out menus, shopping lists,
Mm-hmm.
and when we arrived, we scoped out. We'd hired a car, so we were going out to local restaurants and saying, could they do anything for us? Could we order in like bulk meals and things? And to be fair, some of them were great, weren't they?
We actually got some lovely meals delivered because at least that took a bit of pressure off, didn't it? Is that the evening meal is always the hardest. And that's the one that you want to be most present for your guests as a retreat host as well, isn't it?
And talk and reflect on the day. And they were all arriving and we were having this big welcome dinner. And again, had Jodie and I arrived on the same flight as the guests, it would have been a nightmare trying to sort that out. But we at least going the day before, we had time to go, do you know what? We can still have an amazing welcome dinner, whether we make it or whether we get it in to support a local restaurant.
Yeah. But we did our own for the welcome dinner, didn't we?
Yeah, we then had to fully cater
3 meals a day for 24 of us.
Yeah.
In that rubbish little kitchen. We didn't even have a dishwasher.
No.
We had to wash all of the dishes by hand and it was an open plan kitchen. So everyone kept trying to help.
Yeah. And
we're like, no, you really
mustn't.
Yeah, that's the one rule. Well, we have 3 rules. One of those rules is you're not allowed to help washing up or in the kitchen. You're to be waited on hand and foot. And so that made it really difficult for people because they could see us.
Yeah.
So we're trying really hard to stay nice and be gentle and look like we're enjoying ourselves, washing 22 flipping sets of dishes and all the stuff that you'd cooked with.
Ready then to prepare the next meal, wasn't it? Because it has a really fast turnaround.
It was a permanent kitchen job.
We did go out to a gorgeous restaurant on the cliff, though, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was amazing. That we took everybody out for dinner, which was amazing. But yeah, everything was in place. I mean, we had supply failure insurance, so we were fully covered for everything that had been paid out with the supplier, cancelling and stuff. And obviously we had the contingency of Jodie and I knew that we could cater. We didn't want to, but that we could, do everything that we need to do to make sure everyone was fed. And going out the day before gave us the time to shop, fill the fridge, speak to local suppliers, go to local restaurants, figure out who could deliver what, when, and booking a restaurant and stuff. And having a car just so that we could buzz about the island to go shopping and things was like a lifesaver, wasn't it?
We've got that good at driving abroad, haven't we?
Yeah.
I love it. I love the sense of freedom we have when we just went around in our,
didn't we? It's
little white one.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
But, we did some really special things on that trip.
Yeah, we had a day up in Oya, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, clearly my favourite bit of that trip was the horse riding on the beach.
Yeah.
Was not Claire's favourite bit.
I'm not a fan of horses. Well, I like animals. Not a fan of horse riding. You love it, don't you?
Yeah.
I did it though, because I'm also one that won't miss out.
But it'd been, it's one of those things I'd always dreamed of, horse riding, along the beach, like almost cantering in the shoreline with my horse. I had this vivid image in my mind of everything that I wanted. So we were like, Santorini, this is it. We're doing it. She's like, all right, I'll come. And we got to the horse riding centre.
With a sexy cowboy.
He was a sexy cow, but everyone was just melting at the knees, weren't they? They'd all gone weak at the knees over this cowboy guy. Claire got led down by a little boy.
Because the guitar, I was panicking. He's like, don't worry, we'll get you a guide. We'll get you someone to lead you. And I'm thinking, oh my God, it's going to be the sexy cowboy. No, it was about an 8-year-old boy who was laughing at the fact that as a grown woman, I couldn't ride a horse. And I was scared of being on the horse. And he kept pulling it and making it run. And then he just let it loose on the beach.
It was trotting.
He just let it canter down the beach in the water. And I nearly died. Like, I was so scared. Yours wouldn't canter.
Mine wouldn't go in the water.
Yeah.
I was like, what? She won't go in the water. And
I didn't want to go in the water, and I'm in the water.
So yours doesn't like water. I was like, you are kidding me. It's like, Claire, get off your horse. Give that one to me. And she's like, I'm not budging now till we get back. I was livid. But we had a lovely time down there.
It was such a good day, yeah.
It was absolutely fantastic. We had an amazing boat trip. Do you remember we went to over to that other little island, the volcano thing? Think about what bloody mountains and volcanoes.
We did like a tour, didn't we? We went up and climbed up the volcano, didn't we? That was more of a leisurely walk up, that one. Then we went and stopped for food.
But the boat took us to that bay that wasn't the water all like sulphur.
Yeah, it was all orangey, wasn't it? It's supposed to be really good.
Ruined everyone's white.
Yeah, everyone's gorgeous bikinis. Yeah, we swam. I forgot about that actually. Swimming with that called the copper. stuff.
And do you remember one of the women had like, well, she thought she had arthritis in her thumb.
Yeah. Oh,
you know, it had been bad for like ages, probably years. It had been bad for her, hasn't it? Anyway, she swam in this sulphur water that night, pain-free, wasn't she? And it just, well, definitely for at least the rest of the trip, it never bothered her.
Yeah.
So that was a miracle.
A Santorini miracle.
Santorini miracles. And then the other big, like, transformation, I think. There was this woman who came on this trip last minute.
Yeah.
There was someone else who couldn't come and needed to cancel at like the 11th hour. So we were like, look, is there anyone you'd like to take your place? Because we're always good like that, aren't we? We'd never, obviously we can't give anyone their money back like days before the retreat, and everybody knows that. But if we can allow somebody to transfer it to somebody else, we always try and do that. So this lady came, she didn't know anybody, did she?
No.
And she'd just been having a right rough time of life, hadn't she? In relationships and work and her own self-confidence and stuff like that. But she settled in with everyone really, really well, didn't she?
Loved Santorini.
Yeah, fell in love with Santorini. And then literally like the day or so before we were going home, we were all kind of sitting around one afternoon and she was like, I don't want to go home. And like, a bit tongue-in-cheek, we were like, well, don't then. She was like, do you reckon I could stay? And we were like, well, yeah, you want. Why not? You're not answerable to anybody. You can do whatever you like. She was like, I can't. I have to go home. I need to see my son. We're like, how old's your son? He's 20. Right, well, he's a flipping grown up. Go and ring him anyway and just like, see what he says. And he'd just been like, Mum,
stay.
Do it. You need to do it. And she came back from the bedroom. She was like, right, I booked myself an Airbnb.
I've changed my flight.
I hired a bike.
Yeah.
So she had a bike to get her, because you could get around the island on a bike, couldn't she? She changed the flight. She'd got this Airbnb that she'd booked. I was staying on the island anyway. So I was like, listen, you know that I'm here. If you need anybody at all, you only have to text me. We'll come and sort you out. And she went off like Shirley Valentine, didn't she?
In the time of my life. I stayed for like 3 or 4 days. Excellent.
Yeah. And then, made some big, brave decisions when she went home. I think we even had women go back and get divorced after that trip.
Yeah, but we helped give them clarity.
Yeah, they made important decisions that they knew they needed to make anyway, and got the confidence to get on with it and make them. So it was an amazing.
We did a ABBA themed, Mamma Mia themed night, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we said to everybody, like, we're going to do this themed night. Dress up if you want. Don't feel the pressure if you don't want to. It's going to be a barbecue on this like terrace that's
out on the infinity pool.
Yeah. And we're going to play some good music and just have a bit of a party on the terrace. And everybody went to town, didn't they, on like their ABBA outfits. We had like catwalks in with people coming down, like to showcase the costumes. Obviously, Jodie and I went all out in our plastic Agneta like.
They were like them blue, with all the frills like down the legs and everything. We had matching ones of them.
Oh my God, I was so hot and sweaty though. I was literally like I'd been poured into it.
Yeah, it's like a spray on, wasn't it? Spray on out and out.
About 40 degrees.
And it was in the 30s. We were barbecuing.
It's like I was terrified of setting a light in like fancy dress costumes.
Yeah.
It was like,
but it was such a lovely, like,
it was a good trip.
Let loose night for everybody, wasn't it?
And again, we took Ailsa, the photographer, and we have some amazing photographs from that trip, don't we? She did a couple of brand shoots for some people and just some headshots and just some individual pictures for people who were like, do you know what? The backdrop here is amazing. I want some nice photos of me. Because like so many people,
and so many
women, yeah. It's like I've got hundreds of photos of my husband and kids, and I always say, I like to make my husband, get me in the picture, because if I die, the kids have no memories that I ever existed.
Yeah.
Like in these photographs.
And then when they do take them over, the shit, aren't they? And
And
then if you ask for another one, they're like, oh, we've been all funny about it.
Yeah.
Do you just want to put it on Instagram? I'm like, no, I want a lovely photograph to remember this time. So it was really nice for people to get some photographs that they actually liked and that they actually liked of themselves.
Yeah.
It was just so empowering, that trip, for so many women, wasn't it?
And such a beautiful location, wasn't it?
But it came with a lesson, because it always does, is that sometimes your suppliers fail, and that can have an impact on the experience you're about to create. So there's backup plans and contingencies to think about, and another reason why it's good to always be 2 of you, but also
financial point
from the compliance and legal perspective is you need to protect the money. because it's the client's money until the trip has happened. And that means you need to be able to protect some of that money if you are releasing some of it to pay suppliers up front, which we had.
Yeah.
So that we didn't lose out, and most certainly our guests didn't lose out. If anyone was going to lose out, it would have had to have been us.
But we were
covered. And that meant that we didn't have to worry about that bit. We could sort that bit out when we got home, and everything would be backtracked and filled in, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it was hard work though, wasn't it, doing all that cooking?
God, yeah. So then we started on the hunt for, we're going to take a chef with us next time.
Yeah, and that's a possibility, but that also comes with its own challenges.
Yeah.
But yeah, Santorini, retreat number 3.
We need to go there again, I think, don't we? We need to. Or another Greek island.
I want to do Mykonos.
Right.
Or, you know, some of the less trodden paths of Greece, the non-obvious islands like Parga. Or
it was good.
Yeah, places
We
like
thinking more for the food. Those honey feta parcels. Oh,
I still make them now. Yeah, honey feta phyllo pastry things, and then gyros in with the chips in the wrap.
Yeah. Oh,
Greek takeaway is just perfect, isn't it? The best.
But yeah, it was a great trip. But again, did have a little tail
with
to
its
tell.
lessons.
Yeah,
it definitely did. So what have we done? We've done Croatia, we've done Marrakesh, we've done Santorini. Where did we go after Santorini?
I feel like maybe it was Dubai.
We do Dubai before we did Finland. Yeah.
I think we did, yeah.
So we did Santorini in the June. We went to Dubai in October and the Finland in the February.
Yeah.
So Dubai is up next. So we'll see you next episode for Tales of Dubai.
See you soon.
See you there. Well, that's it for this episode of A Secret Diary of a Retreat Leader.
If today's story taught you anything, it's probably that retreats are a bit like ducks. On the surface, everything looks calm, serene, and beautifully put together. Underneath, someone is paddling like mad and wondering whether the chef, transfer driver, or weather forecast is about to ruin their day.
If you enjoyed this episode, we'd love you to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow retreat leader, wellness professional, coach, yoga teacher, or anyone who's ever wondered what really happens behind the scenes.
And if you've got your own retreat horror story, near miss, travel disaster, or you couldn't make it at moment, we'd love to hear it.
Until next time, keep calm, pack spare antihistamines, triple check the flight details, and remember, the best retreat stories are usually the ones that nearly went wrong.